So glad you could join us from the farm, Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. Nearing the midway point of this season, week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the Utah State Aggies and the Stanford Cardinal. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Utah State Aggies offense onto the field for the first possession of the game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, do you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Finds his big tight end, and they're able to get him on the ground.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling. Catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. On his way back from the 20. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So Stanford's offense will now get its first chance with the football. As we take a look at Michael Ford, who will be a big-time part of this running attack. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball.
What a challenge for this running back here. This late in the season against a conference opponent, one of the better run defenses in the entire country, too. We know this guy's been an absolute game breaker, toting the rock, but this defensive coaching staff has had a lot of time and a lot of film all season to watch this guy and watch the schemes of this running attack. It'll be interesting to see if this guy can break through in one of his biggest tests of the year.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Plows through the defense. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Warren. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Jacobs. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of their first down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Pulls it in. It's Blackburn. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Warren. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1, 2, 3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Running inside, it's Jacobs. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. That's reeled in. It's Jacobs. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Hillstead. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. We reach the break, and Utah State holds the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
Number 19, set to kick this one.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Stanford quickly to the line.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite cover.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Nice move there. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Finds his big tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Right back to him on the ground. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And the Aggies looking to convert on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. And he's not even going to come close to the marker on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's fourth. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead.
Maybe a crease. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to throw, it's Warren. He's looking deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
What a great play by the linebacker. Did you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
And some great fourth down defense against the run.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. Fourth down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Offense is going draw. The back tries to bounce it to the outside, but look at all the defenders on that play, how they were able to shed their blocks and run. They were able to get hats to the football and force a tackle for loss.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Hillstead. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Touchdown, Utah State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point was good.
Number 19, set to advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Back to throw, it's Warren. Here's a heat. Looking for a big gain. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. He gets a block, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off play action on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with UCF taking on the number 8 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's the Knights coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And I guess what they can take away from this one is they're back to even, 3-3 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game on the farm. What a day so far from that stud linebacker. He's truly the quarterback of that defense, and he's really dictating the way things are going. A dynamic defender in every sense of the word. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Stanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Aggies will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Checking in with the Cardinal head coach coming out of the locker room. The message to his team has been, we are better than this. This offense rarely gets shut out, and to be shut out in the first half is unusual. He knows that taking the ball right here to start the third is where they can start to gain some momentum. That's what he challenged his team to do at the half. I'll keep you posted on how they feel here on the sideline, if they've got that energy and momentum to get started here in the third. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Off play action. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Stanford going back to work with another first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Snagged in the middle. It's Blackburn. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Makes the catch.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Trying to keep the drive alive. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48. Really no drama at all to making that call and going for it on 4th down, and they make it pay off.
No drama. It'd be drama if you didn't go for it. If you were that big of a scaredy cat and you didn't want to go for it on 4th down, you need to find some other game to.
Got a little grass. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Stanford wants to push the pace.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Sweet cut there. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped edges short. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get it in. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Running to Green. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, in the running game getting the job done.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Looking downfield is Hillstead. He's got his man, makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Setting up the screen. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The run inside. It's Ford. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Fires to the right. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Rush is on him. down, Utah State. Middle of the end zone, he's got it.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out, and you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey, guys, checking in on the Stanford sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes.
Oh, he's got some space. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Back to the ground with the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Warren. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And interesting, on 3rd and short, man, a lot of time defenses...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Could not make his way to the corner.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. With the catch, it's Holt. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. The Cardinal at the line with the 1st down. Let's see if they go back to the air. Wants to go right back downfield. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the 1st down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Pressure coming, and he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Looking to pass. It's Warren. He'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's off. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
And if you're going to play zone coverage, man, you've got to get to the quarterback because those holes are going to pop open at some point. Nice job hanging in the pocket. Good protection by the offensive line, finding the strike over the middle of the field, but started with the protection up front.
You just need to have more efficiency in the passing game. This guy completed exactly 50% of his throws the last game out. Not good enough. And he's below that number in this game. Still not good enough.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. This time it's complete.
Look, it's a nice gain, but I don't know if it's worth the seconds they're losing on the game clock. In this type of situation, you got to be throwing at least to the first down markers, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines to get out of bounds.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Motion from the wideout. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it, first down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Looking for a man. It's Warren. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. On the ground, it's Ford. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Under fire. Snared on the sideline. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Just feeds the running back. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards. Now the Cardinals decide to spend their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Now facing a third and long. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. He gets it away from his own end zone. On his way from around the 50. Can they catch him? Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to throw, it's Warren. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David One of the hidden gems in college football, Merlin Olsen Field at Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah. It's the New Mexico State Aggies and the Utah State Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, Coach knows this is going to be a hostile environment. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Reese?
Okay, Holly. So the New Mexico State Aggies offense will go to work first. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
He's got the tight end. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
You know, you don't see a lot of hitch throws against third down, but if you're going to give the receiver access like that, the quarterback's going to take it. That was just way too easy.
Running inside, it's Stanley. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Ellison. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Trying to run, it's Stanley. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to him. Nice move to keep running. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier.
Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Utah State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. Got rid of it just in time.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And obviously it's still early in this football game, but after giving up a touchdown on the first drive and then coming out, the worst thing you can do as an offense is go 3 and out and put your defense right back on the field. So that was a big 3rd down to kind of settle them down and give them some more opportunities.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just know where to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Bring in the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Trying play action. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Stanley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Webster. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw...
Oh, he wants it all. Makes a deep grab. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
I like the aggressive play call there on offense. You're taking a shot on 3rd and short, and maybe what you're thinking is, even if this is incomplete, we're going to stay on the field and we're going to go for it on 4th. But really nice route, beautiful throw. I don't know if the defense was expecting that, and they gave up a big one through the air.
That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. See if they go back to the air after that short gain on 1st down. The run inside. It's Jones. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Pucks it out of the air. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Zings it complete to the right. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
The option, he'll keep it. And he'll be hit immediately, no gain on the play. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Number 81 set to kick this one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
It'll be 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Hillstead. Working the middle. It's complete. Building momentum. Picking up a chunk of yardage. Moving the chains out to the 34.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
Wants to throw again. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
This Utah State offense has it going. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. Working that left side now. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Hillstead. The throw. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. So now it's second and long. Off the play fake. This one's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man down the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the front.
Snags it, and there's running room. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw it after the catch, man. He's got some wheels.
Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Well, that's 3 throws on this drive and 3 completions and 3 first downs. And it's funny, talking to the offensive coordinator during the week, he said, hey, if my head coach would let me do it, I'd throw the ball 100 times a game. I wouldn't even run it because of how much I trust this quarterback to do the right thing. And that's exactly what's happening on this drive.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
3rd and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Hillstead. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Never a doubt. With that field goal, guys, we're all tied up. Here we go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back looking for help. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the New Mexico State offense to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll start this drive going to the air. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Got out of trouble and throws. Fires into traffic, picked off. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Takes it the other way. The 30. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggies.
And they come up with a huge pick-6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And here's the return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul, but I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Hillstead. Fires to the right. Finds his man, it's Garcia. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, a big-time pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The play action fake. He's got the back in the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the number 3 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Huskers able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back now to your game in Logan. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team at Maverick Stadium.
New Mexico State will kick it away to open this third quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here's the offense on the third play of this drive, getting the first down and doing it running the football. Everything seems to be shifting in this team's favor.
Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
On the delay, it's Jacobs. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's why I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wide receiver going in motion. Could be an alley. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. To the air, it's Webster. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. In the red area, it's Jones. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. That's caught. It's Jacobs. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
He's got it. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To throw, it's Hillstead. Here comes the heat. It's incomplete, and will change ends of the field now. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got it.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. On first and goal, let's see what Utah State calls. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Utah State!
Mano-a-mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Pulls it on the option. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the fourth quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
Running inside, it's Jones.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The give on the counter. Runs through a tackle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They've got the screen set up. Here's a little room there. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Right back to the well. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend-don't-break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense is just...
Makes a grab and room to run. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Turning
it on! That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, New Mexico State. The Aggies get it right back.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
27, Utah State, 17.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stops right there. Utah State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Caught behind the line. It's Jacobs. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hillstead. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
This is an offense that obviously practices 2-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
He'll try to do it himself. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Fires downfield. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
And it's nice to play defense when you know it's a passing situation. They've got to throw the football. They don't have another option. You could tell they took advantage of that, played great D, broke on the football, and forced the INT and put one nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Wide 53! Wide 53!
Motion from the wideout. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Penalties like that will just drive you nuts and ruin drives. Here comes 2nd and 14. And off to Jones. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them.